What's up, guys? Power Maniac 720 here, and I have for you round 4 from Lancaster Regionals. So I'm 3-0 at this point, and I get matched up with Jeremy Rodriguez, who, of course, I know, my good pal, Serapis of the VGC, who top cut Philadelphia last year, and also top cut the PC yesterday, at which I went 3-4. So I was a little concerned, but he did show me his team after the PC, because I jokingly said, I want to run your team tomorrow, and didn't even think about the fact that we could get matched up today, but I knew a few things about it. I knew he was running dual mega with Adamant, T-Tar, and Kangaskhan. And I knew his Latios did not have Protect, which were two semi-big things, I guess. So let's get into the match. Double Dragon felt very strong in this lead. I hadn't used Garchomp yet. Maybe I used it game 1. No, I don't think I did. So I hadn't used Garchomp yet, so Double Dragon seems solid here. I assumed that the Kangaskhan didn't have Fake Out because I've honestly never seen Fake Out on a Clef Kang team. So I went into this battle assuming that. I kind of thought the double target into Clefairy seemed pretty obvious, and so I didn't want to attack it with a Double Edge Earthquake because I thought he might just Protect and like return me or pup me or something. So I do go for the Double Edge Earthquake onto the Kangaskhan. And as you're going to see, it doesn't quite work out in my favor. He does go for the Protect. I'm sorry, I go for the... Yeah, he goes for the Protect. Sorry, that Salaman's so big it throws me off. And I just Earthquake away, which of course goes first. Does big damage to Clefairy. Does actually over 50%, or just about 50%, which I was pretty surprised by. But with Life Orb, you kind of expect that. And then he Thunder Waves me, which is a nice little move there. You know, a lot of people opt for Icy Wind, but... Thunder Wave, definitely cool. So I Earthquake again, this time picking up the KO on Clefairy. I'm doing a good chunk. Not good. I mean, a decent chunk. That Friend Guard is really coming through there for Kangaskhan. And I'm not too concerned about either of my Pokemon right now because Salamence, even though it's paralyzed, it isn't really threatened by a -1 Kang. Although now Kang's at +1, which is a little scarier, but still survives a return. So as long as I'm not fully paralyzed here, I think I'm in good shape. So I do go for the Double Edge into Kangaskhan, and I don't quite get the KO because this Kangaskhan is very bulky. So in comes the Latios. So I Protect Garchomp here. My logic is either he KOs Salamence, and he Heal Pulses, which is hype, but my logic here is either he KOs Salamence, which I'm fine with, or he doesn't, and I knock out the Latios with a Double Edge, hopefully. Because I just didn't want Garchomp to get knocked out here because it's pretty important in this matchup. So he knocks me out with a +1 return and heals up his Kangaskhan, which is pretty cool. But I bring in Ludicolo, and this was the big turn for me. Again, I'm still not too concerned about the Kangaskhan because Garchomp is still faster, and if he wants to Sucker Punch me, he's going to take damage from Rough Skin. So I do Fake Out and Dragon Claw this Latios because I know that this I know that this Latios doesn't carry Protect, which was a huge... I don't know if I would have made the same play otherwise. I honestly couldn't tell you. So then Tyranitar comes in, and Tyranitar is a scary mofo. But I do know it's not Scarf, because I know it's Mega, and I do know it's Adamant, which is nice. So I just Earthquake immediately. I almost knock out the Tyranitar, so close. I crit my own Ludicolo, do a decent chunk to the Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan does go for the return onto my Ludicolo, which is nice, because I get to keep Garchomp around another turn. And he Dragon Dances, which is scary, but I think we kind of both forgot he was Adamant. And also he's non-Mega, so he only has base 61 speed Adamant. So even with that, he doesn't outspeed my Garchomp. And so this turn, just to explain this turn real quick, I felt amazing about this turn because he basically, I was assuming his Tyranitar would be faster because I forgot he was Adamant and not. I just forgot that he was Adamant. Otherwise, he could have outsped. But my logic was he has 3 options here. He crunches Garchomp, in which case he dies to Rough Skin, and I win because even if it knocks me out, it just lets me Kangaskhan 1v1 since I have sub. Option 2 is he crunches Aegislash and returns Garchomp, in which case Kangaskhan gets knocked out by Rough Skin, and Aegislash beats Tyranitar because he would have to crunch into my King Shield. Option 3 is he tries to flinch me to death, which I think would have been his best option. So I just King Shield and go for the Earthquake, and we both were like, oh, you outspeed, and I was like, oh, yes, I did, I forgot. And so I pick up both KOs at Garchomp here. Who ends up picking up all 3 KOs in the match? All 4 KOs? Yeah, all 4 KOs in the match, which is pretty awesome. And gives me the win. So at this point, I'm now 4-0 and feeling really good about this team because, I had about 10 practice battles with it that I built it the night before. But so yeah, stay tuned for round 5.